What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be reacting to some post-game press conferences for the Detroit Lions. We got to hear from a lot of players and Matt Patricia, so let's get it started.
You know, I got to shout out DoseOfDion, man, because it was actually the first time I went live on YouTube. And, you know, guys don't know DoseOfDion. He put out a lot of good content for the Detroit Lions.
Welcome everybody to another video. Glad you guys are here. And today we're reacting to these post-game conferences. Now, look, I'm going to kind of fly through this because I do have a lot of notes that I took away. So, you know, we're going to kind of fly through this a little bit. And this may be the last time we talk about the Bears game. I don't know. Maybe I'll go back, watch it, get some takeaways there. But, I mean, honestly, this could be the last time we talk about the Chicago game because it's over now. You know, it's over. The build-up is through the week. You watch the game. We talk about our takeaways, and then it's next week. And now it's Monday. It's Pack Week, baby. As you guys see from the board, Pack Week. We're focused on beating the Green Bay Packers. You guys know me. If you didn't see my video last night, my live stream I did last night, go check it out. That's kind of my feelings. I kind of just talked about everything there, how I feel about this team currently. I know there is a lot of fire Patricia, fire Quinn going around, and I get it. I'm not going to get into that in today's video, but I know that's really going around right now, but I'm not focused on that. You know, I feel like there was too many good things to take away for us to just focus on that. I think, yeah, obviously there was bad at the end, and if we clean that up, this team's a good team that it's got to close. And this year is different from last year. But what we did last year is when we didn't close versus Arizona, we came back, won back-to-back football games, all right? And we beat a playoff team. So that's what we need to see this year. Can't focus on that first week. We got to do what we did last year, bounce back, go out there, beat Green Bay, get everything straight, all right? Figure this thing out. So let's look at some of these takeaways, man. Before we get it started, I do got to let you guys know I got like a new camera. Haven't got it yet, but I ordered it. So I'm excited. I'm super excited. I ordered that last night. I think it's going to be worth it. We'll see how this thing goes. But the quality should be really good. So hopefully it looks much better. That should be here in the next couple of days. You know, Amazon, they're on top of it, man. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about Matthew Stafford first. A lot of these guys keep things very, I would say, almost professional. They don't really kind of go out of bounds or anything. They kind of keep everything kind of inside, especially Matthew Stafford and Matt Patricia. But there was a few things that I wanted to take away. Matthew Stafford said if he could, he would go back and throw that pass away where he took the sack. Personally, I didn't like the whole play design there. I have no idea why you're rolling him out, but they rolled him out. He was trying to make a football play. You know, he's trying to make something happen. He gets sacked, makes it a tougher kick for Matt Prater. The Lions ultimately decide to take the field goal, and he misses the field goal. Does 5 more yards help? Possibly. Does he make it 5 more yards closer? Maybe. I don't know. We didn't get to see that kick, but it definitely probably would have been, your percentage probably would have went up if you were closer. Fortunately, that wasn't the case. They brought on Prater. They had confidence in him, and he just missed the kick, and it put the Bears in good field position. He said he can't throw an interception in the fourth quarter. We know that. Matthew Stafford knows that. He's too good of a player. He understands that that's something that just can't happen. He tried to. The Bears are playing good defense, by the way. He looked to the right, started there, wasn't open. I think he was looking at Amendola. Came back to the middle, tried to squeeze it in. I think it was to Marvin Jones, but they collapsed it quickly, forced it into the air, made an interception. And hey, you know what? Things were already spiraling downward, and that just made it even worse. So he tried to force it in there, try to get us the first down. It wasn't able to happen. He does give a lot of credit to the Bears defense, and he said it was not coaching. Probably do more situational football than any other team in the NFL. Sorry, I didn't know what I wrote there. He said we probably do more situational football in practice than any other team in the NFL. So it wasn't about the coaching or anything like that. We just got to go out there and execute. Execute is the word of the day today. All right, let's move on to Adrian Peterson. Now, Peterson really good at what he does. I will say that. Adrian Peterson was great on the field, and he was great in this press conference. And he answered every question very honestly, and I loved it. I felt like I was watching a little bit of me last night, you know, just the way that he was saying things, a lot of the positive vibes that he was bringing. And I love that we brought in Adrian Peterson, man. I'm loving this move more and more. And yesterday, man, he backed it up on the field. And now in the conference, you're just like, hey, I love this guy's here. This game was rough. Okay, a game like this is tough, obviously, to blow a big lead like that in the fourth quarter. But he also says this game can't define us. We need to take the good because there was a lot of good away until the fourth quarter. There was a lot of good to take, clean up things, and we would have been up by 30.
Ultimately, it's a long season. You know, we got 15 left, and we can't let this define us. You know, we have to take the good from this negative situation that we experienced today. And, you know, there was a lot of missed opportunities offensively and defensively that, and special teams as well. If we clean up those things, you know, we're up by 30 points easily, you know. So there's a lot of good things that we're going to be able to take away in the midst of this game. This sucks because it does, don't get me wrong, but I look forward to what we're going to be able to do.
Right, we could have been up easily by 30 points in that game. Just a couple little things go different here and there. I mean, heck, Walker had a chance for a pick six. He also does say he looks forward to what the Lions are about to do, what we are about to do as a team, because Adrian Peterson took a lot of the good away here. Adrian Peterson didn't just focus on the ending, which is the easiest to do because, of course, that was the worst part. But there was a lot of good before that. So he focused on a lot before that. He said DeAndre Swift had a great day today. I think Swift had a really good day. Aside from the last pass, obviously, he was good. And that's really going to cloud over the rest of his performance. But when he was asked upon, up to that point, he did fine. DeAndre Swift, he said, had a great day. But it's all about how you respond to this. That's what he told DeAndre Swift after the game. And he's exactly right. He's exactly right, because Swift, he's going to be upset. He said he should be upset. He said, I'm glad he's upset. But Swift needs to take that energy, and instead of being upset, he just needs to be like, all right, that ain't going to happen again. That's not going to happen again.
Keep your head up, man. We got 15 more. It's a long season. And at the end of the day, do not let this bother you. Do not let this linger. Focus on the next game, which is Green Bay, and focus on, hey, when you get in that position again, what you're going to do to capitalize on.
Swift did play well today, though. And the fact that he was out there on the field, the Lions had the confidence in him to give him the pass to the end zone. Matthew Stafford threw it to him. The fact that he was out there in that big of a situation shows the confidence they have in the guy. All right, he's running routes to the end zone. They have confidence in him. He got open. He just dropped the pass. And it was unfortunate it came at that time, because it wasn't early in the game. It came at the end of the game. So it really did hurt. But he did say in the locker room, of course, there was a lot of disappointment, like, how do we lose this one? But there was also a lot of positive energy. The guys know we let this one get away. We let this one go. It wasn't the Bears, were out there and dominated us today. We let it go. We had it, and we let it go today. So he said there was a lot of positive energy in there, but it's really easy to only remember the end of the game. So we need to focus on the good and forget it, and then move on to the Green Bay week. Because, again, this team, they have talent. They showed it on the field. They showed they can be a good team. It was just the ending there. The ability to be a very special team this year. Faith in Matt Patricia, and he says, I have faith in this coaching staff that we're going to be a good team this year. He says, you could just look into Patricia's eyes. I've only been here for a week, but I can just look into his eyes and see that he is a winner. Just how he does things, I can see he's a winner. And that's what you need if you're going to win a championship.
It's the faith that he has in us. He has a lot of faith in us, just continues to build us with confidence, especially like even after the game coming in and things that came out of his mouth. You knew that he was obviously disappointed because we lost the divisional game, but in the same sense, you could feel that he knew that there was a lot of things that we could have did better, and we're going to be a good, team overall. So I have a lot of faith in him. I've been around him, like you say, for about a week now. But when I look in his eyes, I see a winner. A winner. And, that's what it's going to take to win a championship.
So, high praise for Patricia. After a loss, as high as about it could be. But keeping the positive energy going here, I love it from Adrian Peterson, because he's right. There's a lot of good to take away. And it was just unfortunate we had an awful quarter to finish it off. And we weren't able to close. We were not able to close. Now, not being able to close, that definitely brings up some last year feelings. But again, even like last year, like I said, Arizona, we didn't close. But what do we do? The next 2 weeks, we bounced back and won. Back-to-back games. We have to do that this year. But Matt Patricia said this team is different than last year. You just have to execute better, okay? This has no correlation with what happened in last year. He also says he was very confident in Matt Prater. When they put up Prater to take that long field goal kick, he said he was very confident. We knew we lost a couple of cornerbacks. We were down a couple of players with injuries. So we thought the best decision would be to be aggressive here. And honestly, I know hindsight's 2020, so I could sit here and say, yeah, what are you doing, Patricia? You should have punted it. But I'm not going to lie. When you trot Matt Prater out there, I have confidence Matt Prater's going to knock it through too. Prater showed us time and time again he's going to knock it through. He didn't miss a field goal up to that point. I had confidence he was going to knock it through. Heck, he basically did. It just hit the dang pole. He was this close. I can see why you would have confidence in that guy. Sure, looking back, you'd probably be like, yeah, let's punt it, because I know he's going to miss it. But he doesn't know. And with what the Lions were dealing with defensively, to be aggressive and trying to put the game away, I have no problem with that at all. It really wouldn't have put the game away, but, it would have helped your lead. And, of course, if you have that, if you basically go by math, they would have been down by only 1 point. They could kick a field goal, win the game at the end. So, either way, man, I don't have a problem with him being aggressive there, taking a field goal. I know I can look back and say, hey, oh, man, I would have punted it. But I'm not going to lie to you guys. I probably would have took the field goal, too, with Matt Prater. I'm just going to be honest. You got Prater. You got the confidence in Matt Prater. He's done it before, so you let him try it out there. You let him get an opportunity. And he just missed it. He missed it. But you have to bounce back after that. Okay, this was crazy. Someone asked him about if it was anything with his coaching. And he said, he basically shot back. He shot some fire back. He's like, no, I don't think so. I've had one of the best fourth quarter plays in NFL history, and I'm assuming he's going to that Patriots interception. He's had good moments in the fourth. Guys, we've closed out games in the fourth. It's not like every single game we don't close, but it's been a lot. It's been a lot of those situations.
Yeah, I don't think so, Mike. I think I got probably one of the biggest plays in the fourth quarter in the history of the NFL, where I think I did a pretty good job. So I don't think it's that. I think we all know what the individual games are. We got to do a better job. We got a team right now that's different than the previous 2 years. This team is different. They're different players, and they have a different mindset. You know, we look, no excuses. Give the Bears credit. You know, they did what they did, and they executed, and they scored, and they won, and we didn't. But you know, I'm not looking back. We're looking forward, and we're trying to make sure that this team that we're building on, you know, understands these situations, and we got to come through better than what we did before.
We just got to prove it on the field, man. We got to go out there and show it. He did say with the cornerbacks that it was a good point when someone brought it up. Guys, we lost 3 of our top 4 corners in this game. We came in without Jeffrey Okudah. We lost Desmond Trufant and Justin Coleman. We were rocking with guys that should not have been out there, and Amani Oruwari, okay? Tony McRae, Amani, and Darryl Roberts are not supposed to be your 3 starters. It's just not supposed to be. I don't even know if we had a 4th healthy. I don't think we did because Michael Ford was on IR. I don't think we had a 4th healthy. All right, that's what we were rocking with. And nothing against them. You want to have good depth throughout, but they're not the same players. We all understand they're not the same players. Look at this stat. I saw this stat. With Desmond Trufant, Mitchell Trubisky was 11 for 25, 150 yards, 0 touchdowns. We were boxing him. All of a sudden, Trufant goes down, hamstring, 9 for 11, 90-plus yards, 2 touchdowns. And we all saw Coleman go down. Now, I'm not saying it's just, hey, if Desmond's out there, yeah, you know, they're going to say the same way. He wouldn't have thrown any of those. But it was a big deal. And I also see people say, well, that's because Patricia's scheme doesn't work. Well, it's not because it doesn't work, because clearly it worked for the first 3 quarters. The problem here is that cornerbacks are maybe the most vital position in this defense because you're asking so much man-to-man. So that's player against player. You have to have your top guys, all right? You brought in the first pick in the draft. Your 3rd pick in the draft was a cornerback. He wasn't out there. Your Justin Coleman, who you paid big dollars to, he wasn't out there. So it was unfortunate you didn't have these guys. Jamie Collins, you go out and pay money to, he wasn't out there. The guy gets kicked out of the game in the 2nd quarter for doing that to a ref. Like, I'm not saying it's all on the players. It's a mix between both, but it definitely hurts. It definitely hurts. And apparently, Matt Trubisky said that, hey, he thinks he went more zone later. Maybe he did. And I think even on the touchdown grab by Anthony Miller, I think that was man-to-man. But maybe he did go more zone. And he's probably looking at it saying, like, hey, look, we don't have the guys to match up against this. Maybe we don't. Maybe he saw that early. Hey, we don't have the guys to match up. We're going to try to go zone. I'm going to try to help out this back end because we have too many injuries here. So we'll see what the Lions do. Hopefully these guys get healthy. Hopefully at least some of them get back. Hopefully Okudah's back. I would love to see Okudah on the field with Amani. We got to at least get one of these guys back, but we'll see if the Lions do anything about it. And, you know, heading into week 2, hopefully they're ready to go. I don't think that was the full problem defensively, not at all, but it was definitely part of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly that. You know, I put my arm around him as soon as we, you know, got to the tunnel, walked up the tunnel with him and told him, you know, he's a great player. You know, the game's not on him. It's on me. It's on the entire, you know, bad execution and bad plays that we had towards the end of the game and the bad coaching. You know, we all had opportunities to do a better job, and we know that we got to do that going forward. But he's a great young player. He's going to be, you know, a good player for a long time. He's going to make a lot of plays, and you know, we'll just move forward with this.
He was definitely part of it. And then we get to hear a little bit more from guys like Duron Harmon, the next man up mentality, which it should be. He said, you know, we got to get the offense to ball more. And he trusts the staff. He trusts the process that they're going with, and he trusts this team. So he believes in everything that they're doing there.
Can't do that, but we will be better because I believe in the team. I believe in the coaching staff. I believe in what we do. I believe in the process that we take. Obviously, it didn't end it the way that we wanted to, but we know what we need to do to fix it, and we will fix it.
And then Trey Flowers at the end said they need to stop the run better to realize that you don't want to have this feeling ever again. So those are my takeaways. Some people are upset. A lot of people are upset. I get it. A lot of people are upset. You know, hey, it's good to feel bad about this one. Nothing wrong with that. But we're turning the page today, guys. So if you're with me, let's turn the page today. All right. This is like signing off the Bears week. Okay. Unless we need to, this pretty much is signing off of what happened. All right. Bears week is over. We are 0-1. We move on to the Packers, man. We focus on the Packers this week. We talk about what they did, how we're going to beat this team, what we have to do to win this game. We focus on practice, injuries, who's in, who's out. We do all that. But Bears week is over, man. Bears week was last week. Didn't go as planned. So we move on. You know, and we can look at takeaways like, hey, this guy did good. There were some bright spots. Peterson was obviously a bright spot. But we focus on next week. You know, we got to go back out there. And, you know, we have to, hey, move on. It's over now. 15 weeks like Adrian Peterson, man. We can't let this define us. This is too long of a season. Let this define us because there's too many good things we did out there to say that, hey, this is going to ruin our season. It can't ruin your season. It can't, okay? So like I said, like Arizona last year, don't let this ruin your season. Bounce back. Get going again. Let's go beat Green Bay. It's Pack Week, baby. It's Pack Week. Okay, stop. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm so hyped after this. I'm sorry. I'm moving on because honestly, I'm sick of just saying, hey, yo, we lost and complaining about it. Honestly, at this point, oh my gosh, I'm done complaining. It's over. We lost. Let's go beat the Green Bay Packers, baby. Let's go, baby. No. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. Let me hear your thoughts, comments below, man. Thank you for watching. It's Pack Week. And look at all these cool people. Look at all these cool Hall of Fame, All-Pro, and patrons. You guys are so awesome. Look how interesting. That's an interesting name. I've never seen one like that. I'm not saying that one out loud. We got some cool stuff here, man. I appreciate all of you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys want to be part of this? Click the join button. I appreciate you guys. Look, man, you guys are cool, man. I see you. Oh, I see you're not sneak. I see you down there, my boy.